Alright, what's up guys? It is HDBoss. It's been a long time. I, not really technically because I uploaded my last video 2 weeks ago, but the last time I actually made and recorded a video was, um, like, I think probably one month ago. Probably more, like a month and probably 5 or 6 weeks ago. Um, so yeah, a lot of shit has happened. By the way, if you guys, if it's hard for you to hear me or whatever, it's just because I'm not using my normal mic that I do right now. I'm using my camera's mic. And so, yeah, I just hope you guys can hear me. Let me know. I mean, you don't have to, but, um, I think it should be fine. So, I will get into the shit that happened, stuff that happened, later in the video. But if you are not familiar with this, with these videos, basically what I do is, well, what I do is go through, um, basically I go through my progress pictures, um, yeah, alright, I go through my progress pictures, um, and I basically kind of compare them to the previous month's one and then the past couple months. Then I sort of, like, at the very start is kind of raw, just grading what I think of them, and then I compare them to, or I don't compare them to anything after that. I just kind of talk about how the month went and how my training's gone, how life has gone, kind of, but more so how training has gone, and then or yeah, last video I kind of got into, like, kind of I kind of got sidetracked talking about my ex-girlfriend. Um, so this video, um, I'm just that sounds so funny to say, but this video I'm not gonna get sidetracked as much on. But there has been a lot of shit that happened, and I don't even care. I'm gonna talk about it now, even though it didn't happen in November. So, all right, first, you're probably wondering what this shit is. I'll explain it. I'll get to it. So first, let's go to the progress pictures. All right. Whoa, that's bright. So also new haircut. Um, kind of needed, like, it trimmed a little bit because the back was getting way too long. So yeah. Um, we'll see how it looks when it gets longer. But yeah. Basically, if you aren't familiar, this is, or yeah, this was my starting physique. Um, a little bit more than 2 years ago. Um, and one thing that kind of, like, doesn't piss me off, it's just, like, it kind of bothers me when, I tell people that I've been training for, like, more than 2 years, and they'll be like, really? Like, they won't say that outright, but, like, they'll kind of be, like, surprised that I've been training for this long, which I get it, but it's kind of just that we're saturated so much with social media that, like, we expect people's transformations to just be insane. Because yeah, a lot of people's 2 year transformations are just, like, they look insane, but we get so normalized with seeing that to where we kind of, like, even a good transformation or a normal transformation, like, isn't as mind blowing. Um, and so yeah, starting physique. God damn. My stomach is growling a lot. I don't know why. Anyways, so basically, starting physique. Um, I think I have a comparison from starting physique to now at the end, which I'll show you. But yeah, I'll talk more about that later. And these are just my starting pictures. Um, second 6 months of training, as you can see. do this pose anymore. Well, I did it for this. Well, I did it once again after this, but I just don't really do that as a normal pose anymore. Then the third 6 months, this is all bulking. And then the current 6 months. Yeah, there we go. And then this one, oh, yeah. Oh, can't see my cursor. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. So, yeah, this is current. So, you may be wondering and thinking and pondering this idea to yourself, but you might be basically like, Henry, like, I mean, if you didn't know my name's Henry, but maybe I should like introduce myself that way. But anyways, you may be thinking to yourself, now that you know my name, Henry, why do you have two of the same picture? Why do you like everything else is different on the top left, but you have two of the same picture? And believe it or not, they're not the same picture. Yes, these two pictures look very similar. So the bottom, I mean, you can see, of course, the captions that I put, but the bottom middle is at the very end of my cut last day, and then the right one is me, not even me now, me like a month ago. I'm recording this January 19th. Um, what can I say? I've been very irresponsible. That's all I can say. Um, I said I would be more responsible then, but then a lot of shit happened. So, anyways, yeah, not a lot of change. I'll kind of get into that. That'll probably be the first thing I get into. Again, not a lot of change. Probably just as lean, if not just slightly less lean, just slightly more fat than I was. I can't even say fat because I'm not fat in this, but like I'm pretty much just as lean as I was at the end of my cut. Um, so yeah, I think my legs have slightly more size from like from the end of my cut to here. Can't even say to now because, but anyways, no, yeah, like there isn't really much change. Um, with this pose, I think my legs are more full. Like overall, the one thing that changes, I think I'm fuller, and like I still have a lot of definition. If you can't, I know you can't see my cursor right now, but it's moving around my abdominals in the last pose. Like I still have like a lot of definition, like obliques, abdominals, and even now, like like even right now, like a month later at this very moment, I still have like abs pretty much. So like I need to push the bulk harder, but again, a lot of shit has happened. But now we're finally back on track, like as of this moment. So in this pose, actually, like I don't know, I kind of posed it differently. Maybe when I'm, because basically how I do this is my brother, my twin brother, takes like the progress pictures of me, and then I kind of pick like one out of like the maybe 5 or 6 that he takes, um, and then that's the one that I'll use. Um, and basically, yeah, this one still looks alright. I mean, not much difference. Maybe the legs, I don't know. It was just very, like, not that much difference. And even in this month, my strength did not change a lot. Like, again, my strength is increasing now finally, but in this month, my strength did not increase that much. And I'll get more into that. Like, again, with this archer pose, not archer pose, no, abs and thighs, what is going on? With this abs and thigh pose, like, I'm looking, you can see my head moving, and there's no difference between the two poses. There's like barely any difference really, except my hair, um, and my facial expression. In this one, um, I'm posing differently, um, just cause like that pose, just I like I don't feel like it's a good way to portray my legs. I used to think it was because my legs were small, so I felt like if I put my legs more outward, it would make them look smaller. But I mean, now my legs are all right, so now like I feel like I can do that, like bend my knees, because I actually have quads, and before I kind of didn't. All right, so now let's go to that comparison, and these are photos that I just take that are not including the progress photos. Um, yeah. All right. So first, oh, what? I don't think I made it. The comparison between my old and younger self. But basically, yeah, this is what I used to look like comparison. Um, and yeah, so anyways, let me just go to this post because this is me now. Anyways, oh yeah, I should probably go over this too. Um, the left side, like, I think is probably my better side, especially for side chest. Um, but anyways, all right. So what what has been what did I even say in my first? Oh yeah, why did I make much progress? So I kind of, because I got so fat that at the end of my last bulk, I was kind of scared to start my bulk with any real like conviction, and then also like, so that caused me to eat slightly less food than I should have, and then also um like basically last bulk for lunch I would eat cafeteria food, like, like if you're still in school, if you're watching this, which you probably are, if you're watching this right now, um, like if you're still in school, obviously cafeteria food, like it's not the best food. Tons of grease, tons of like artificial stuff, which I like. I'm not saying I don't eat that food now, but I don't want to get even more of it. Like I would rather try and stay away stay stay away from it more. Um, so um, I kind of, yes, like, and plus like school food, you're not gonna find much protein. Um, like pizza, like mac and cheese, that's like normal stuff like that my school serves. So like, and not like good pizza or good mac and cheese, like not like, don't think I'm like, my school is like good with the lunch. Like, um anyways, so I now bring my own lunch, and it's pretty much the same that I was eating during the cut, just 200 grams of chicken and a protein shake, and so I don't still, so that causes me to have to make up calories somewhere else, and at the beginning I really wasn't good at doing that. Although now I'm eating 30, 300, 3,400 calories a day, pretty consistently. So yeah. Um, all right. So that's pretty much the reasons I didn't progress. And because of my lack of eating food, that caused me to not increase um, my strength as much. My strength didn't really increase. I'll show you that. And then yeah. All right. I'll probably go more into depth in this and repeat this on later like progress updates. Also, I'm probably not gonna like, I these are the latest progress pictures that I've taken, and these were in December. So right now it's January 19th. So let's say even today I were to take some progress pictures for December, 20 days is closer to the end of January. So my plan is next video, I'm gonna take progress pictures at the end of January and then just do a December hyphen January progress update. And I'll go a lot more into depth. But I mean, I'll go into depth right now. But yeah, video's getting kind of long, so I'll kind of make this a little bit quick. So basically, in the last video, I think I mentioned something about. Actually, I don't even know. But basically, what yeah, basically what's going on is a couple of days after last video, I got um, another Mustang. So originally I had a Mustang and I crashed it at the end of October, and that one was my fault. Um, basically, like, not gonna speak much on that, but basically turned too fast in the rain, drifted into a cemetery fence, and drove away. So got into trouble and totaled the car. So yeah, that one was all my fault. Lots of guilt from that. And so worked my way back up, worked my way through that, and then finally I got another Mustang at the around December. I want to say December like 10th, December, yeah, somewhere around there, December 6th through 10th. A little while after, so when you saw that leg day, the last video that I posted, a couple days after that, I got the Mustang, and uh, that the experience of owning that car, like, was just unreal. Driving that to school, other people seeing me in it, it just felt so good. And I actually drove it careful. I drove it fine. I didn't I didn't take my corners fast, my turns fast. I didn't go like fast really. Um, I just even just going the speed limit, of course, like normal. I just love the feeling of being in it and driving it, and like even the smell of the interior. Like I loved it, and like I'm sure if you're into cars and you have a car that you love, like the feeling of like when I parked it and just like walking away from it, like I like look back like this, like 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 that, like I was just so in love with that car, like 2005 Mustang black. But basically what happened was I was having so much fun with this car, and what I'm about to say, not all of this is just really bad luck. This is what the police told me, this is what my parents told me, this is what I believe. So on January 6th, I had a very late night workout. Started my workout around 11:30. It was a chest day. Very good workout. Very good workout actually. I had a very good chest day that day. Um, but yeah, so basically, um, damn, I don't even know why I'm smiling. But yeah, basically, I'm driving home. Um, it's dark. It had rained all day that day. And because it's January, it gets super cold at night. So I think you might know what happens. But um, basically, I'm driving straight over and over past back home. No cars on the road because it's like what 2 a.m. 1:45 a.m. somewhere around there. Driving home, no cars on the road. I'm not going faster than 50 because I know it's like pretty dangerous out. So I'm taking my turn slow. I'm driving straight, not really fast. Um, and basically, what happens is I I hit a large patch of black ice, and I hydroplaned on black ice pretty much. Lost control of the car, started spinning around, hit like the barriers on either side multiple times. Thought I was gonna die, literally. And I ended up crashing face on to an exit ramp barrier. And I can actually show you a picture. Um, an exit ramp barrier. I don't know how well you can see that, but at the start of exit ramps, there is a barrier. Um, and it looks small in the picture, but it's big, it's metal, it's sharp, so like it pretty much like caved in a decent amount on the front end of my car. Um, I was I was afraid to go through the windshield, but yeah, so almost died pretty much. Had my car been tilted 30, 40 degrees to the right, I would have been dead. Had I gone a little bit to the left instead of hitting that barrier, um, I would have rolled over into a ditch and gotten injured or whatever. So it's kind of like hard for me to even drive on that road anymore, even though I have to. Um, it's kind of hard for me. Um, so yeah, um, and of course the car was totaled. Um, Airbags went off. And this time, everybody told me it wasn't my fault. Like the police told me it wasn't my fault. My parents told me it wasn't my fault. I just hit a very large patch of black ice. Like the cops were like it looks like you hit like a large like or I think this is what the cops told my parents, but they told my parents like it looks like your son hit a large patch of black ice on the overpass and spun out, crashed. Um, so yeah, Mustang is gone. Um, I now have two crashes on my license, so insurance is going to be pretty horrible come August when it gets renewed. Um, but I'm grateful I'm alive. I'm grateful I didn't hurt anyone else. But of course, and I'm grateful I got so lucky. But I'm also just disappointed that I got myself into a crash again. There are steps I could have done to prevent it. Not go out that late. Drive even slower. Like they said, if I was driving 35, same thing would have happened. But who knows? I could have been driving 25, then maybe it would have happened. I There's always these scenarios whenever bad shit happens that you put in your mind. If this would have happened, if I would have done this, if this, then it would have happened. Like same thing with if you go through breakups. Like I'm sure like some of you can relate to this. Like I could have done this, then it would have happened, and I've gone through that. There's so many incidents and shit that has happened to me to where there's so many things I put in my brain to where like if I had done this, if like, and it just makes me feel like guilty. But that's not what I've been, or what you should try to do. You should try and just focus on the positive. Of course, easier said than done, obviously, but yeah. So by the shit that happened, um, that is the shit that happened. So I am eventually. I don't have a car right now. I am going to get another car eventually. I have my speculations for what it's gonna be. Again, like this Mustang that I got, I'm not really gonna mention anything to anyone because it's not so significant, and I don't wanna like I don't like the feeling of hyping it up, like talking about what I'm gonna achieve. Like I'm gonna buy a Mustang. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna buy another car. Like I don't really like doing that because it's kind of like getting yourself off to the goal. Like even though it hasn't been achieved yet, like you're getting yourself off by like talking about it. Like kind of a harsh way to put it, but yeah. Anyways, I don't think I'm getting sidetracked. This is pretty relevant. Like I mean, yeah. So, anyways, well, so yeah. So that happened. Um, I'm glad I can still smile about it. Of course, I love that car. Now it's gone. I do want to get a Mustang again in the future, but emphasis on future because, or in the in the far future, emphasis on far, because um, even if I were to get given another Mustang, the same exact kind right now, I think I'd be very hesitant to drive it and just not. It wouldn't feel the same, because if you've ever been in a car that you almost died in, like, or like, I don't know, everything about that just kind of traumatizes me a little bit. But um, been working past it. It's been hard. Um, there's been some situations that have occurred because I crashed to where it's just been hard. Um, but now I'm back on track with training, with sleep, with eating, um, with everything. So yeah, not much to talk about that. So now let's kind of get back to the topic of the video, um, and go through training. I've actually adopted a semi-different training style since New Year's, but I will talk about that next progress video. But it has been pretty interesting. So let's see. Um, I'm not gonna go all the way to the bottom here, but basically, even by the end of November, um, this I was doing at the end of my cut. This I was doing at the end of my cut. This I was doing at the end of my cut. I was doing this weight, this weight, this weight. Um, I was doing this weight, this weight, this weight, everything I was still doing on my cut. Um, so, um, like, yeah, everything, all of this weight I was still doing on my cut for the same amount of reps. So, like I was saying, not much really changed strength-wise, and there's not really much to go over. One thing that I did do is I changed my training split now. Um, so I still do push, legs, pull, but now I do chest first on push days, but then I do biceps. And I've been kind of prioritizing my arms, this bulk, because who doesn't want massive arms? Also, I feel like my arms are lacking a little bit. So biceps, I haven't worked biceps at all, and my chest is also lacking, I believe. So of course I'm working on improving anything. I'm not like slacking on anything, but you can still get in everything, work out everything, and prioritize some over others, but still improve like everything. So chest is lacking, so I don't want to like put biceps first, but biceps are still being prioritized here because I haven't used biceps at all in the training section. Whereas normally on a pull day, of course, you're using biceps on your pulling movements. And you could say, oh, put biceps first and then do your back exercises, but then still want a big back because your biceps are going to be taxed, and biceps are a big part of pulling movements. Leg days haven't really changed in November, but I have changed them a lot since then, and I'll go more into that next training session or next progress update. Here, um, very different. I do triceps first now on pull days because my triceps are lacking, and my back. I think my back is like a very like good part of my physique, so I can stand to train it after triceps, and I find that I'm pretty much just as strong when I train it after triceps, so it's not really an issue. And I just get an unbelievable pump. I do more sets for triceps now, so I've really been enjoying it, and I do think my arms have grown since I started this training style, which I didn't even start. I started in like the middle to the end of November, so I think the next progress pictures you're gonna see at least some difference. So yeah, that's pretty much what changed. Not much to talk about. More than that, long video, 30 minutes, damn. But yeah, a lot of shit has happened, like I said. Um, I'm good though. I'm good. Like, um, it's all in here. It's so cliche, but it's all in here. I could be all mopey and all, like, not crying, but all, like, low energy and just like feel sorry for me, feel pity, I crashed my car, it was my fault. Like, oh my gosh, feel sorry for me. Like, no, like that was that was funny, but no, I'm just doing what I know I need to do. Still trying to get better. Just trying to move past it. Like with anything bad that happens to you in life, just you can't focus on it. You can't dwell on it, because shit's always gonna happen to you in life, and you can't control it. Like stuff that happens to you that you can't control. Just kind of have to take it like it is, um, and move past it. Don't ignore it. Ignore that it happened. Don't forget it, but move past it. There's a difference. You can move past something and still recognize that it happened, but don't forget that it happened. Because at the end of the day, it's a part in building who you are. At the end of the day, because like someone important to me said before this, there are things you're gonna have to go through in life to become the person you are today. So yeah, I'm probably gonna that's kind of a thing I've been realizing more and more and more, over the months, years, whatever. So yeah. Anyways, long video. Next video, hoping on probably, um. Also, I've changed my training time to at night now, as you know. But yeah, so next video will be chest day, I think. Been really loving chest, so yeah. I hope if you had a lift today, it was good. If you're gonna train later, that was that you get like a sick pump, and yeah. I will see you guys next time. Peace.